you've seen School of Rock, you've already seen this. Because this is literally the exact same plot. Instead of this guy who was a former musician, it's a guy who was a former magician. See what we did there? And he's down on his luck, so he gets a job teaching these kids at a magic camp, just like how Jack Black gets a job teaching the kids at the school, and just like how Jack Black figures out all these kids have these different talents, and like the one that can sing really well, the one who can play the guitar really well. He discovers these kids all have a different interest. Like one girl's really into the bunnies, one person's really into making the costumes, one of the kids is really good at math and uses that for the tricks. And, it comes from being, this really selfish guy who was in it for just himself to actually legitimately caring about the kids. It's School of Rock, but with magic instead of rock. And it's cute. There's a couple of chuckles here and there, but it honestly just feels like that's what they were trying to do. Like, even the main actor sounds like Jack Black. Like, it sounds like he's trying to do a Jack Black impression the entire movie. At that point, why not just get Jack Black? Because I think they do. I think they're in the script. They went, wait a minute here. This is the exact same movie. So there's not that much to say about it because it's very similar. Like, it's like almost the exact same movie. Like, scene for scene, beat for beat, story beat for story beat. It is the exact same movie as School of Rock. But there's worse. I mean, if you're going to rip it off, at least there's worse ways you can rip off a movie. It, I think, did the best it could with what it worked with, though I'm not surprised this movie was delayed for like 3 years, and it was just dumped onto Disney+, because I don't think it would have done well enough had it been in the theater, but I think they spent too much money on it to justify it going to the Disney Channel, so they're like, yeah, we'll just dump it on streaming, so I think that was actually the smarter move for this. And Disney Plus has put out worse movies, and you'll see those as I review those later on. There's one movie in particular I thought was just completely awful, but this is okay. Like, this is one of the more decent ones of these original movies. So I give this movie a C, a 7 out of 10, and a 3 out of 5 stars.